Okay, we'll wait for a few more minutes for the meeting. We'll wait for the other participants. Okay, so I am going to start ya. So, selamat malam, salam sejahtera, salam Malaysia, salam aspirasi pelajar keutuhan negara. So, for tonight's session, which is Fizik, I will be your mentor for today. My name is Sean Chen Chi Chong, and I am from Wilayah Persekutuan Labuan. So, for today's subject, I have prepared a few things for all of you, although it's like 7 of you here. I have prepared a Google Drive for you all. So I'm going to this right now. And in this Google Drive, it will contain my presentation. That's first. The others are the materials that I'm using for today's presentation. And yeah, that's all. And I hope you all don't mind that I'm going to be using Bahasa English because for Fizik, as you all may know, the subject is mostly in English and most of the examination as well, it will be, the textbook is in English, so that's why I'll be using English. But if you have any questions, you may ask me, turn on your microphone and please do ask. So I will be going over first the presentation. All right. Can you all see my screen? If you can, just open your mic and say yes, or you can thumbs up. Okay. Right, that's good. That's a lot of likes. So, first of all is this. Right. A bit ahead. So this will be the presentation. So this presentation actually, it will go over a few of the chapters, not all of it, of course. I will be excluding chapter 1 and chapter 7. Why you may ask, chapter 1 is pretty much just the basics of physics, maybe a few details, but it's mostly the same for SPM level. But as for chapter 7, I will be skipping that because it will be hard as a session to make you all understand chapter. It is a very difficult topic, in my opinion. And in this short amount of time, in this 1 hour and 15 minutes, it's really hard for you all. It is hard for me to help you guys catch up with the chapter. But in return, in the Google Drive that I sent, there will be the note in chapter 7, which I hope all of you can open the Google Drive and look for it. For those who are new to the meeting, I posted a Google Drive there containing all my materials for tonight's session. So, okay, I think we can proceed first. So the first topic is kinematics. So this is chapter 2, and it is a very simple topic, and I think a lot of you can understand it well. If you all have any question, please do ask. Open your mic if possible, or just type in the chat. Yeah. And then, so first is linear motion. Okay, linear motion is basically motion with constant acceleration. It's motion that is in a straight line. So basically, all of these equations that you see here, v equals uat equals half u plus vt, all of this needs to be constant acceleration. So that's the first thing, yeah. And then make sure you all memorize these equations, because these equations right here is basically what you will be needing to get through the entire of kinematics. So not only just for linear motion, but for the other part, which is projectile motion. Okay, projectile motion is basically an object moving in both horizontal and vertical direction. So why have I put the equation from linear motion just now and I here in projectile motion? If you all have the Pelangi textbook, the Pelangi reference book, you all may see that in the projectile motion area there will be different equations for most of it. Yeah, where is my book? So if you all can see here, these are all different equations here. These are all different equations. It's not this equation, but why did I put this here is because from these equations, you are able to make it into these equations. But a very important thing that you have to understand for this to make the projectile motion a little bit more understandable is that you need to understand vertical motion and horizontal motion. These two are different components that you have to understand. So here I will draw a bit for you guys to, so that it's easy for you guys to visualize. So first is the graph. Okay, so the graph here, alamak, that's too big. Okay, scrap that idea. I will move to another app. Okay, oh, this is another thing. Alright. So, okay. So first, what you want to know in projectile motion is, of course, the projectile lah. So usually we will just have, who knows, a ball as your object. And then it will travel in this, like that. It will travel in that motion lah. But what you have to understand about this motion is that it travels in a velocity but it's not traveling in that semicircular velocity. It's traveling straight, like that. It's traveling straight. That is not a U. Like that. It is traveling straight. But with this straight velocity, there are two components, which first is your vertical. This is your vertical component, which we always use sin theta, and then your horizontal, which we always use u cos theta. Okay. From this, it may look a little messy. I apologize for that. But from this, you are able to visualize a bit on how are you going to solve certain questions with using this. So, for example, if I were to ask you for the horizontal range, okay, range of the object when it's going to travel, so traveling in this straight line right here. So when it's traveling in that straight line, we cannot just say it is traveling horizontal as well. We must use cos here, where they will give like an angle here usually. That is not a theta. Okay. They will usually give an angle there, and you will use that angle and use the u cos theta formula to get the maximum range. Then that's for range. That is the horizontal component. What about the vertical component? Vertical component, you can play around a bit because there are multiple equations that you can use to be able to solve what the question wants. Usually, it will ask for the height, it will ask for time, that's not t. Okay. Usually, it will ask for those two things. And for horizontal, right, let me just label this vertical. I'll make it a little more prettier for you guys. So first, for vertical motion, usually what it will ask is first the height, and second is the time. Usually it will ask these two things, but for horizontal, it will only ask you for the range. All right. But there will come a time where maybe the question is twisted a bit, but you may need to use this equation right here, right? It may need to use the equation to be able to solve for time, because there is t right there, and you might need it. So in any case, just in case you may need it, TPM. First is Newton's law. Okay, right here is the definition. So if you want the definition, you maybe want to screenshot it or what you want to do. But there is a Google Drive right there. I don't think I can pin it, but there is a Google Drive there. I will send it once again. It will contain this slide as well. So if you guys want to use it as a reference, you may. So Newton's first law, it basically describes a body will remain at rest or move along a straight line with constant speed unless it is acted upon by a force. So if you don't understand this, basically take your whatever object you have nearby. For example, I have this rubber right here. If I place it down on my table and not do anything to it, the eraser will just stay there. It will not move. It will just not move because I'm not tampering with it and nothing else is tampering with it. But when I just push it, even a little bit, if I just push this rubber a bit, it is acted upon by a force. I am the external force and I am pushing the rubber. So it will not remain at rest, or if this rubber is moving along a straight line at constant speed, it will, it will move out of that straight line, or it will be moving more faster because it is acted upon by a force. So I hope that clears up with the first law of motion. Then the second, I will put my DMD for a bit. Right, the second law is the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the resultant force, and it takes place in the same direction of the resultant force. So, okay, there's a bit of a typo there, but this basically just says the F equals ma equation. So, momentum. Why is momentum there and you don't see it there, right? So, first, if you want to derive it, let me go to this. There's no more space. Page 10. So if you want to derive the equation F equals ma, you can first imagine it and you expand it first. So A is what? Acceleration. And acceleration's formula is V minus U. So here, once we put this M in here and in here, we will get MV, MU per T. And that right there is momentum, right up here. This is change on momentum because momentum is MV. So up there is the change in momentum. So that's exactly what Newton is trying to say in this equation right here. The rate of change of momentum. So that's why you get the MV minus MU per T, per time, right? So it's directly proportional to the resultant force. And it takes place in the same direction. So that is very important, same direction. I'm pretty sure that most of the exams,